Well, hello. Today I'm back and I'm going to talk to you guys about this. And then you ask me, Jerry, you're going to talk about Logan? No, I'm going to talk about what he's wearing. So the topic today is clothes. That's right, clothes. In fact, I'm going to show you three words. We have the words, and of course, you're going to check them out. The words clothes itself, the word clothing, and also the word cloth, because they are very related. And we have, of course, a difference here and there. But then you say, Jerry, why did you show Logan then? Because Logan is wearing some clothes. I am wearing clothes. And when we talk about clothes, we cannot forget that we're talking about those who are going to wear them. So we usually use the verb to wear, okay? We have the verb to use that is not usually used in situations like this. So you wear clothes. As I wear glasses. I wear gloves, by the way. So there are different verbs, different words in different contexts, okay? So this is very important that you guys realize, because when you just translate from English into Portuguese or vice versa, from Portuguese into English, we kind of have a problem. And this is the kind of problem that we got to face. Another thing that I think it's important to say, right, is because when we talk about clothes, we are talking about, let's say, children, kids, if you want, and adults, okay? So we have different kind of clothes for the young ones, okay, the little ones, and we have different kinds of clothes for the older ones, even the elderly, somehow. So we are going to first get the definitions for the words clothes, clothing, and cloth, okay? We are going to use the dictionary, so just hold your horses and let's go. So let me open it here. So let's go to our good friend Longman. So there you are. So let's get the definition for the word clothes. Remember that you have all these available. It is free. You just gotta go there and use it. So see, clothes, we have the word family, it's a noun. So you have the word here and related words like clothing, clothed, unclothed, and cloth, by the way. So take a look at the way you pronounce this. This is very important, like British English.
Clothes.
And American English.
Clothes.
You see, clothes. So this is the way I say, and some people ask me, Jerry, but what kind of English you speak? I sometimes play jokes on them. I say, guys, I speak my English, okay? But I usually follow the American style. So I usually say something like this. So let me just take a look at it. What is this, man? Okay, that's fine. That's good. So you have their clothes. So then you have the definition for that. That clothes are, usually plural, okay? The things that people wear. This is important, to cover their body or keep warm. This is another thing that is nice to say. We have the summer clothes and we have the winter clothes. When it's cold, cold, cold really, then you need to wear winter clothes, okay? It doesn't matter where you are, man. When it gets really cold, that's what you gotta do, okay? So let's see. It says here, is it singular or plural verb that follows? So clothes is a plural noun. So if you want to talk about one shirt, one sock, etc., pay attention to this. You say a piece of, take a look at the other word, clothing, or an item of clothing. So they are related words, clothes and clothing. And clothes is always followed by a plural verb, and this is very important in English. Is it a countable word? Is it uncountable? In one day, of course, we are going to talk about this. So you say, all my clothes are, because this is the way we usually say. So we have the word clothes. The other word I said was this one, pronunciation, see, and they are related. So clothes, clothing, it goes on. The same word family. So the pronunciation in British English?
Clothing.
Now American English?
Clothing.
So the clothes that people wear is what we call clothing. Nice, right? Again?
Clothing.
That's it. So then we have some collocations like warm clothing, light clothing, outdoor clothing, protective, waterproof, and then it goes on. We have some phrases like a piece of clothing, it goes on. Clothing plus a noun, the clothing industry, a clothing manufacturer. Guys, this is a very nice dictionary. There is just that thing that I tell you. It's British English. It's not my cup of tea. But anyways, you can listen like this.
Basic necessities such as food and clothing.
Or like this.
She took only a few items of clothing.
If it's the first video you're watching, so remember this, that sometimes you can get the isolated word using the British pronunciation, and you can also get the pronunciation in American English. But then when you get to the phrases here, to the sentences, then you just have British English. But anyways, it helps. Now we get to the last one. The last one I said was this. So see now that the word family is not here, and it's uncountable. Attention to the pronunciation now. Remember, said clothes and clothing. Now,
Cloth.
wow, and
Cloth.
wow, man, you say cloth. That's the way. I'll repeat.
Cloth.
And
Cloth.
cloth. So cloth is the material used for making things such as clothes. Well, I didn't get. It's just like what? Just like fabric? Well, why not? Fabric is another word. And if you don't know the word fabric, F-A-B-R-I-C. And then you check cloth. Usually, we use the word cloth as something to clean something. It's also possible. But I understand cloth this way, that it's the material that we can use to make clothes. It's another possibility. Although people prefer to say fabric, but it's more related to the industries. Then we say cloth. Like this, take a look at this. You can say cotton cloth, woolen cloth, silk cloth, and it goes on. Like the guy say here.
A dress of the finest silk cloth.
You see, so then you get the pronunciation. That's the most important part. And let me tell you something. Sometimes, especially Brazilian students of English, guys want to know the translation. Remember that the translation is very important. Okay, it's nice. But more important than translating is knowing how to pronounce the words. Know how to pronounce the words, especially the word like cloth, that is different from clothing and different from clothes. This is important, be sure. But then you ask me, Jerry, how can I learn these things? So I'm going to show you today something that I did not show you before. You guys, yes, let's see. You guys can use, for example, flashcards like this. We use this for children, but sometimes we use for adults too. Okay? Here we have the dress, and here we have the pants, or the pair of pants. So in situations like these, remember, a dress is usually for girls. Why do you say usually? Man, we have strange days these days, right? So dresses are usually for the girls. And the pants are unisex. Boys, girls, nowadays both wear pants. And not to mention, of course, also the adults. It's another thing we have. So here now we have another one. So here now we have the coat, here of course, and we have the socks. Socks usually in the plural because we have the two. One, two. So two socks. And we get the pair. You can say a pair of socks if you want to. Sometimes you look at people, right? We have here stand up, but forget stand up. We have a person here. So the boy is wearing sweater, blue jeans, right? And the shoes, and probably socks too. So this kind of thing, I mean, when you see a person, I am a person, by the way. So I'm wearing what? I'm wearing a shirt. This is not a t-shirt. This is a polo shirt. So I like this kind of shirt, okay? A polo shirt. A t-shirt is different, okay? So when you learn the difference between shirt, t-shirt, and other clothes-related words, it's going to be easier for you. Do not forget that we also have the shoes. So shoes are shoes, clothes are clothes. I know that. But then you can also say like the sneakers, the shoes themselves. So things like these are important ones. So try to use, at least from time to time, some flashcards. What I hear from some people is, Jerry, but I don't have flashcards. Guys, I have a lot of them, but I'm a teacher. My suggestion is, why don't you create your own flashcards? They are going to be useful. Another thing, you can get a dictionary, a regular dictionary. This is a bilingual dictionary, like this one's here. This is bilingual, this is bilingual. The other ones are monolingual, only English dictionaries. So when you get a bilingual dictionary like this, we have some study notes, like these pages here, okay? So if you take a look at these pages, there is one part here related to the clothes, here. This is about clothes only. So then we have here some other examples like woolly hat, hood, sweatshirt, sunglasses, man. They consider here sunglasses as clothes. What can I do? Leather jacket, sweater, jeans, shoe, even shoe, as I said before, baseball cap. You see, so there is a kind, I wouldn't say a problem, but some people consider accessories also as clothes. What are accessories? Like these, like the hat, right, on your head. Sometimes the scarf, right, that you place around your neck, especially when it's really cold. So these kind of thing is what they also call. There is here the belt. I wear the belt here not to have my pants going down, for example. So things like these. So this is a kind of flashcard or a picture dictionary, but it's not. Remember that they are study notes. They are very useful, and you have lots of them in the dictionary if you buy a good bilingual dictionary, of course. Now I can explain to you why I got Logan. Take a look at the DVD cover. Because Logan here, let me do like this, he's wearing here like what? It's a kind of a suit, a blazer probably. He's wearing a shirt here, okay, not a t-shirt, remember it's a shirt. Belt, okay, here the belt, and his pants, jeans, right? A pair of jeans, by the way. Remember that we have the underwear is the kind of clothes that are going to come under your clothes, okay? And in this case, well, I can see that, right? But probably he's wearing briefs, okay? If it's a woman, she's wearing panties, okay? And remember that the ladies also need the bra. So there are so many words that we can use when we're talking about clothes. My suggestion is there are words that we do not use in Brazil, or they do not use in Europe, or they do not use in Asia, in Africa, or they don't use very often because it's too hot or maybe it's too cold, at least most part of the year. So then what is important for you to learn about clothes? What you wear. If you wear t-shirts every day or regularly, you need to learn the word t-shirt. If you like to wear, for example, long-sleeved shirts, those with covering all your arm, so then you say long-sleeved because it covers everything. Or maybe you just wear without this part here. This is the sleeve, okay? So it's without it. So then you say sleeveless shirt. So you learn this. So how do I say this and how do I say that? So look at yourself, look at the things you have in your wardrobe, and remember that your wardrobe is where you keep your clothes, okay? Or your closet, if you prefer. So take a look at the kind of clothes that you wear, that you have. or your husband, or your wife, or your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your neighbor, whatever. But then you check the kind of clothes that you guys are going to wear. And there are words like the tuxedo. Man, you're not going to use a word like this very often. So then it's not a word that is not that important. It is important, but it's not that important because you're not going to use it as much as you think you're going to. Okay? So my suggestion all the time is get priorities. There are words that are more important than the others. And it is up to you to decide, to realize which words you are supposed to use more or less. And of course, focus on the words you're supposed to use more than the other ones. But don't forget the other ones because they are also important depending on the situation you are in. Okay? Now let me go back here. I think it's okay, right? So let me get back and then I'm going to show you something again. So remember that we talked about clothes. Remember the importance of the clothes. We have here the words clothes, clothing, and cloth. Remember what I told you about the two verbs. Okay? We have here the two verbs. Remember that we usually say to wear and to use. You wear clothes. Remember, you wear clothes. But you can use the word clothes. You can use the dictionary. You can use something else. But for clothes and things you put on your body, we usually say to wear. Remember that I wear glasses. Important. If you have your gloves, right? Like gloves here, like a goalkeeper. So you wear gloves. So pay attention to the verb because it's all the time important. And remember that we have the words children, kids, and adults because we have clothes for kids and clothes for adults. And finally, remember that we can be without clothes. And if you are without clothes, we are naked. And then that's it. Okay guys, so this is just some of the things I'd like to share with you today about clothes. Remember that if you like this video, like it really, go there and bling, like it, share it, leave your comments, try to send it to something else and be in touch. If you want, use my social networks because some surprises are supposed to come. Thanks for watching and see you next time.